Hey guys, welcome to tonight's installment of installing axle tubes for race applications. I've got quite a bit of stuff I'm going to cover tonight. Going to be gluing in these axle tubes, and I'm going to be weighing the car and taking a look at how much lead I'm going to need. But I'm also going to address several really good questions that I got in the comment section last night. So as you can see, I am just kind of jumping right in, and I'm going to get mixing up some JB Quick Weld, and you guys have seen me do this before several times, so I don't really think I need to talk about it. I mixed this stuff up very thoroughly. I did put a set of washers behind the front wheels as well, so the car does have washers behind all four wheels, and I just thought that would be kind of cool, just to be something a little different. I don't do that on all my builds, but yeah, it's a fun thing. And again, as I've said before, I like to get the Quick Weld to where it's almost, where not tacky, but at least it's kind of sticking very well to the toothpick before I lay it into the car, just because it makes it that much easier to control. You know, you're not going to drip JB Weld all over your tires or have it go where you don't want it to go. So yeah, this is pretty exciting video footage I'm doing right now, just me mixing JB Weld. But yeah, I'm going to put this stuff, put the JB Weld on the axles, and I will address some questions while that's setting up. So I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, so I applied copious amounts of JB Weld, especially with a car like this. I know it's a pretty light car, so I don't have to be shy about how much JB Weld I use or anything like that. So when there is a cavity, in between the chassis like that, I will go ahead and fill that right up. I did have the axles facing upwards, so the axles themselves did get coated very well. Hopefully they won't pull out. That's the big thing. Sometimes you have to, if they do pull out, then you just have to grind away some of the JB Weld and reapply the JB Weld. But one thing that I thought about after I got done filming, and I put it in the comments section, was why do I use FTE axles and wheels? Well, it's a pretty simple answer. Well, they really work very well. In 2005, 2006, Hot Wheels put out a really good line of faster than ever cars. That's what FTE stands for. The axles themselves are nickel plated, which is, they look chrome. Actually, nickel plating is very similar to chrome plating, only not quite as strong. But yeah, and that's why the wheels spin so well. And why I use the FTE wheels is I don't have to use those, but they are very light, so you do have a very low rotating mass with those wheels. And I just like them. I've been using them for about 5 years. They've always treated me very well. And yeah, so I mean, why mix up why change something that ain't broke? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I can see that the JB Weld is setting up on the pallet a little bit. I'm just going to flip this over and put it on my jig for just a little bit. Again, with some weight on it. And I will let that sit for a minute until I can handle it I can handle it well, and then I'll get back to you. But yeah, I did want to address that. The FTE axles are very good because they are nickel plated. And yes, the color change axles are also nickel plated. I've never messed with them, so I can't really talk about them. But I do know that some guys do have some success with them. So, like I said, I will get back to you as soon as this is set up, and then we can take a look at how much weight I need, and we'll get into some other deep questions. Okay, so let's take a look at just how much this little 68 Camaro weighs. The JB Weld has set up, and yeah, boy, what a light chassis, 6 grams. I don't know if I'll be able to use the interior with the amount of lead that I'm using, but we'll play it by ear. Again, 50 caliber lead shot, soon to be flattened out. 51, scrap piece of lead. Okay, so it's definitely in the ballpark. Now I will take the car over, and I'm going to run it down my little my aluminum test ramp to see how it's tracking, and we'll take a look and see if I have to make any adjustments. Okay, so let's take a look at how we're doing here. So again, I'll line the car up and just see how it tracks. Okay, it looks like we're pulling a little bit to the left. Now the JB Weld might not, it might not be completely set. I might be able to just fudge it a little bit right now. So, yep, it's definitely pulling to the left. So let me play around with the car a little bit, see if I can straighten that out. Okay, I think I solved the problem. The rear axle was just cocked a little bit, so let's see how it does. Yep, much better. I think I had that aimed a little bit off. So I'll do one more pass here. Yeah, oops. I was filming that left-handed. You probably didn't even see that. So let's see here. Okay, yep, looking good. Yeah, the rear axle was just cocked just a little bit, and yeah, seems to be tracking very nice right now. And as you can see, looks like it's pretty good. So, okay, I guess I will hammer some lead into shape and talk to you a little bit more in a little bit.